Hello everyone, Maze Hayes here. As most of you know me as an avid Mario fan, I play a lot of Mario games. Usually SMB3 has been my biggest thing lately. I am also an avid Pokemon fan. If you haven't noticed over the last couple of months, I have been doing a lot of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I released a video that my wife and I did actually last winter before we got married, in addition to doing a shiny only Let's Go Eevee playthrough, which will be on YouTube pretty soon, as well as a lot of the shiny hunting I've been doing over there. So I guess with all this said, it's pretty obvious that I was going to check out Scarlet and Violet. At first, when these games were announced, I wasn't really too excited to start with, but I also felt a little puzzled because it seemed premature that we got BDSP, a game that everybody has wanted for years, in addition to Pokemon Legends Arceus soon after. I played through BDSP right away when the games came out, and I actually sat on Arceus until about August or September, and I played the game and it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed myself, and it made me more excited for Scarlet and Violet. I was surprised from what I was seeing and what I was hearing from streamers and viewers from streams that they were experiencing bugs, performance issues, frame drops. After watching quite a few streams, getting opinions from streamers and viewers, friends of mine, even one of them who has the shiny charm already, in addition to my own 6-hour experience, I will be skipping out on Scarlet and Violet. Let's go through my decision and look at the reasons why I'm going to be skipping on these games. Let's talk about the obvious elephant in the room, the performance issues of the game. When you actually first boot up the game, the start screen is actually quite beautiful. It looks like you're going to be in for a pretty good time. But then once you enter the game, you're met with this mess where a majority of the edges of all of the characters and backgrounds feel very unpolished. It's almost like a photo in Photoshop that did get cleaned up after you remove the background from it. It's quite daunting on the eyes. I actually had a friend who couldn't play the game for more than 30 minutes because she would get a headache every time. So she had to stop playing it. A couple of things to notice too is that when the player is either zoomed in or viewing people from far away, the frame rate for those objects or people dramatically decreases. It almost looks like something out of Schoolhouse Rock, except they did it better. Another thing I happen to notice is that the player's camera will alter itself slightly when walking based on the direction the game thinks you want to go. It's happened to me frequently over a short span of time and was very frustrating. So if I was trying to go through the grass and the pathway is to the right, but I have to go left to go to the patch of grass I want to go to, the game would automatically think I want to go right, so it tries to tilt me over to the right as opposed to where I actually want to go, which is the left. It was kind of annoying and frustrating at times when I wanted to go hunt or look at wild Pokemon. Most of everybody here who watches this video should know that I am a shiny hunter, so I like to shiny hunt in these games, and I could definitely say that there are some problems in this game, and patience is not the problem that I'm having with this. So shiny Pokemon appear in the overworld like they did in Legends Arceus and like they did in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. However, they don't make a shiny sound until you run into them. What this means is that you have to actually be looking out for them wherever they could be and making sure you know the difference between the two forms. While I like to work for my shinies, the shiny variants not being far different from their original counterparts, along with the horrible design of this game, tend to make shiny hunting unfun. Now in my 6 hours of playing, I actually was able to find a shiny. I got out of Mesagoza and I immediately went east because I found a mass outbreak for Pawmi where I could actually shiny hunt it early in the game. Now there was one issue that I did come across, and if you can see in this video, there are actually Pawmis stuck in this wall. I cannot actually encounter them or mostly see them unless I either walk up to them or I am grinding against the wall, having to run into them. So what this means is that there is a possibility that there may have been a shiny Pawmi in my 2.5 hours of hunting for this, and I have failed it because it could have been stuck in the wall. Now, more than likely there wasn't, but this brings up a more pressing issue than just my own one shiny hunt, and that is that how many shiny Pokemon am I going to fail because of the game's performance issues? Now again, I like working for my shinies, and I have failed shinies in the past, especially in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. It's the classic, you run out a door, you find a shiny, but you accidentally run back in. I've done that a couple of times, so I definitely know how it feels to miss out on a shiny. What I find truly unacceptable though is failing a shiny because the game's performance issues are causing that to happen. Changing gears now to another reason why I'm not really going to be playing these games for now is due to the fact still that I just haven't had an excitement to really play these games. I was very skeptical about the shiny hunting methods at first, but it ultimately grew to something more than that, and my skepticism was proven correct when I saw gameplay myself. However, it was a different kind of skepticism. Now, even after the shiny odds got released, which was the only thing that was on my mind that I wanted to be analytical about, I was pretty happy with it. I liked the odds from the chart from Anubis that he released, that he found from data mining the game, and I was gonna have a lot of fun with this game. Usually my main concern is the shiny odds or the shiny method or methods. Am I going to like it? Are the odds going to be low enough or not as good, so I have to work a little bit harder for my hunt? But now what I'm really worried about is the functionality of the game. The main thing that the game should actually be able to do, which is function. Can the game do that? Is it not going to hurt my eyes? Going from being skeptical about the shiny hunting methods and the shiny odds, you know, stuff about the game, going from that to the actual functionality of the game, if the game can actually function, is a bit backwards to me. So I kind of took a step back and I asked myself, after considering everything, and I have to think to myself, what is the point of me playing these games? Do I have anything to gain from it if I want to play it myself? And I mean, yeah, I do. I was enjoying the story for what it was so far in the very little that I have uncovered. In addition to the one shiny hunt that I did was also pretty fun. I'm not going to deny that it wasn't. Ultimately, just pairing together the need to patch the performance issues and how far I'm already into Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu with shiny hunting, playing through the whole game again, and wanting to make some additional content on it, I think that it's probably best for me right now not to play Scarlet or Violet. Now, if the game gets patched, which it will in the future, Nintendo has confirmed this. I will leave a link to the tweet that they communicated down below. If the game gets patched, yeah, I think I could see myself returning to the games, as long as whatever's patched makes the game at least more playable. I'm going to be a lot less likely to fail shinies. I really want to see what those patches look like if I'm going to return to those games. Now, how should you feel about Scarlet and Violet after watching my video? Honestly, take it with a grain of salt. If you've already played it or you have been playing it, maybe already have the shiny charm, I think you have your opinion pretty well set. A lot of my opinion has derived from not even playing the game, but perceiving it from others, and how my opinion has changed from when the games were announced all the way to now, where it's been released and I've played a few hours of it. Your experience of Scarlet and Violet might be different from mine, or you might have a view differently and you really enjoy the games. Please don't let me stop you from this. If you're enjoying a game, there's no reason why somebody should tell you that you shouldn't enjoy it. If you're enjoying it, please enjoy it, but also understand and respect that I don't enjoy it. With this all being said, I hope that this explains why I'm going to be skipping out on these games for now. I'm really hoping that in the future we can get a patch for these games, or get patches for these games to make the playability, the functionality a little bit better, but only time will tell. Until then though, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about Scarlet and Violet. How has your time with the game been? Have you spent a lot of time playing it? Are you still playing it? Let me know what your thoughts are below, and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. I am at 47 subscribers currently as of this recording, and I'm trying to get myself up to 50. We do a lot of Pokemon Let's Go content right now, but you will also find other playthroughs from Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong Country, as well as some speedruns as well. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next one.